Good morning to all the viewers out there. This is Dipesh providing you the description of the match today. We are here in the Browns Oval and the Avani media brings to you this live stream all the way from the venue, which is going to be the first quarter-final of the Avani Premier League edition 4.0. Avani Enterprises bowling first against Scorpions, who are now 4 for 0 of our first 4 balls. Couple of couples that was scored by Nazir. It's looking in good shape so far, not trying to overhit the ball. Already 5 runs on the board. Both teams would be looking to win this game, and this is going to be an exciting spectacle that will follow throughout these next few hours. That was left. It was his first ball of the inning. He wanted to be observant, and that gives you a idea of the intention. And the plan that the dugout might have instructed to the batsman. Muhammad with his first ball. That was a good length, hit the deck hard. That was a good carry through off of the pitch as well. Tried hard there. Excellent over there from Mohammed. So far, only 2 runs in this crucial stage of power play. Off of his first 5 balls, the last ball remains. He would be hoping for a good finish of the over. Will do tremendously good for the bowling team. The batting team might not also mind the situation because they know the outfield's a bit slow. There's a bit of a moisture grabbing into the ball at the moment. That was a good catch. It was low. And it was hit well. But just scooped and कमेन्ट्री गर्नु तपाईलाई आफूलाई लाग्यो अनि अल एड अन मिलेर त त्यो इट विल ह्यापन.
So Sydney Scorpions have lost their first wicket. It's a tough batting condition here at the Browns Farm Reserve. So this is the knockout stage of Avani Premier League 4.0. So after 3 months of continuous cricket, we are down to the top 12 teams who are competing for the glory. And this is the first quarter-final. I would like to remind the viewers that there's total 6 knockout games that's happening in various grounds. So we are bringing you live the 2 matches that we played here at the Browns Farm Reserve. The Sydney Scorpions and Avani Enterprise Cricket Club, and the afternoon game between Haryana Cricket Club and Avani Cricket Club. 2 exciting matches we bring you live only on Avani Media and Avani Cricket Club Facebook page. So here goes Nida for the third, and that's a beautiful ball and well defended by the batsman. Also, I would like to remind the viewers that on the other game that's being played between Punjab Kings and Punjab Thunders, the score out there is Punjab Kings have rested on to 37 runs for the loss of 1 wicket inside the power play. 5 overs done, 37 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Nida bowling, and that's a great ball, beaten outside off stump. That's great bowling. The outfield is not that quick, so the batsman has to adapt accordingly. This is going to be a test of strategic brilliance. Any team that can execute their both the teams are champion teams, and that's well defended. I would like to remind the viewers that Avani Enterprise Cricket Club won the toss and they elected to bowl first. Seven runs for the loss of 1 wicket. And here comes Nida again. And that was a big slice. And batsman well beaten. It's a tough batting condition. by the looks of it, doesn't look like it's going to be a very high scoring game, and on top of that, it's a morning game, so the batsman needs to be aware of the fact that it's a morning game. Neither running again from the media end, and that's well fielded by Wade. The boys in blue and the boys in red are all pumped up. 2.4 overs, 7 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. The Scorpions needs to score some boundaries in this power play if they are to be competitive. They need at least 140, 150 runs to test a strong batting lineup of Avani Enterprise. Another ball, and that's the shot, and there is a chance. Well taken, and that's a brilliant catch. Going backward, and what a brilliant catch. And the Scorpions lose yet another wicket inside the power play. The second wicket goes down. Brilliant catch. So the score is 7 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Once again, changing the commentary panel. That was brought to you by Sanjay just then. Myself, Dipesh, back into this stream once again. We were trying to experiment few replay setups, which seems to be working fine, and we will try to capture as much of the game things. And that was 2 runs. Didn't look like it came off the right part of the bat. But nonetheless, the batsman will get 2 runs for that. Off the top of the bat sticker. Beautiful. That was a beautiful shot towards the offside by Taha. Needed boundary for the team. And will collect 4 runs for the team. Muhammad had an excellent first over, only scored, gave 2 runs of his second over. Now he's still 1.3 with 8. It's a lovely figure for a bowler bowling in the power play. There must be a little bit of a nerves and a pressure doing a bit of the favour. And that has been a misfield. That was hit hard. That will not travel to the boundary though. And that gives you the idea of the outfield here. It's a little bit grassy, not as bad as some of the other fields out there. Beautiful oval as well, fenced all the way around. However, the cones are placed a little bit about 10 meters inside from the fence. So decent bit of real estate to cover there. Nonetheless, once again, adding that 2 crucial runs. Fantastic shot there. Once again, second boundary of this over. Taha looking good, scoring already 12 runs off that 5 balls. However, sometimes in cricket you have to maintain the momentum as well. And once you get going and get that chemical production in your body, you want to keep going. However, as a batsman, you need that temperament to hold your nerves at times of pressure and at times of flourish like these. Taha batting at the strike rate of 200. It's a very early into the inning to call out this strike rate. However, that would have felt him good, and usually it's that as well. You know, a lot of information out there about awareness and how it's very important for you. There's so many different levels of awareness as a player that you need to apply. And especially that applies in a game of cricket where there are moments of silence, moment of not a lot of action, but then when it matters, it requires 100% of your athleticism. And as a cricket player, you have to be able to deliver that. As you can see, the batsman's quite relaxed, but in the next few moments, he would be required to have an utmost amount of focus in order to be able to play the incoming ball in the rightful manner. And so many of us can get carried away in those moments. A lot of mental chatter can occur. And as a player, you bring the athleticism, but also the game of cricket tests your skill set in the context of your mentality and your attitude in order to be successful in the game, in order to be able to contribute to your team. Khawaja delivering his fast ball that was stopped a few meters away off the 30-yard circle. Seemed like a bad ball that required punishment, but the fielders were set outside in the reason, in the deep mid-wicket reason, and therefore that might have contributed towards the conservative mindset towards the batsman, because the boundaries are not that small, and one missed shot could actually pouch the ball into the hands of the fielder that's located deep in the deep mid-wicket region. It seems like there's a bit of a help in the surface, even though these are synthetic surfaces. The surfaces can differ from places to places, and especially in the context of these teams and these players playing against each other quite a lot, there's always going to be that level of prediction that players would want to apply against when they are playing against each other. And then, from time to time, the pitch can behave slightly differently. A little bit of skid sometimes, a little bit of extra bounce. Does apply in each game. Sometimes the conditions, the weight of the ball, the amount of moisture it might have accumulated on itself, and all of those bits. And not all of those things are measurable, but that looked close. That looked close. The bowler seemed a bit animated towards the umpire, but that must have been a friendly gesture in this beautiful community game brought to you by Avani Real Estate. This live stream is brought to you by Avani Media once again. The first quarterfinal of the Avani Premier League edition 4.0. That looked really, really close. Anita has been assigned by his captain to continue on to his spell. He's coming for his third over, only conceded 5 runs, taking 1 crucial wicket in his first 2 overs, bowling during power play. The power play is still on. There might be a bit of an intent coming from the opponent. However, this over will show and slightly reveal the tone of conversation that might have happened in the dugout amongst players of Scorpions. Nida running towards the crease. He's been able to hit those good lengths today. This was slightly fuller of the lengths that he has bowled today. Connected well, but the batsman wasn't able to capitalize. Once again, bringing you to that that was close.